we have embarked upon 2 adventures in Iraq and Afghanistan without a comprehensive understanding of what we want the world to look like at the end of this fight.
I think we have an international community, particularly the military, that is not clear on what it is doing.
It's important to have this dialogue because decisions that we make now are decisions that are going to have consequences, intended and otherwise, for the foreseeable future.
So the Progressive Caucus has initiated a long-term process, as I mentioned, under the rubric of seeking global security. The idea here is to better understand, perhaps redefine the concept of national security, to think about human security, other dimensions of security, security that is not just military, but political, economic, and social as well. So the main theme today is what should role and goals of the military be in Afghanistan and Northwest Frontier Province, Fatah.
The opportunity here, I think, is that both what the world needs from Afghanistan and what Afghans desire from their government and from the international partnership is stability, is law, order, and justice. Put most simply, most Afghans across the countryside desire nothing more than to lead an ordinary life. They can't walk to the end of the street without being afraid of being shot in the back of the head. At the moment, there is, unfortunately, because of the insecurity in the country, there will be times when there is a need for use of force, and I say that with great reluctance. But there is an insurgency underway, and the presence of the US military and militaries from other countries and NATO's presence in the country is going to be necessary to guarantee basic law and order and justice and security of the Afghan state institutions, and as the Coin Doctrine centrally recognises, to secure the population, to protect the population.
When you look at the Coin Manual, the counterinsurgency manual, you see 5 lines of operation. 2 are military core competencies, 3 are other agencies. The 2 military are security and host nation military development, host nation security development. And if your population is not secure, first mission of government, secure the population, then you're not going to have lasting gains.
We must protect the population. In one incident, we had a 7-year-old boy shot by the coalition forces, and this is what I refer to as perfect political oxygen for the insurgents.
Will new US troops going out of the country be deployed under the Coin Doctrine? Are they there to protect the population? Are they there to help establish legitimate institutions? Or are they there on other activities and deployed under alternative modes of behavior?
FM 3-24 is the Army's counterinsurgency manual. Essential though it is, the military action is secondary to the political one. Its primary purpose to afford the political power and enough freedom to work safely with the population.
In practice, or not only in practice, in textbook, counterinsurgency is supposed to be at about 80% political and 20% military. This is what General Petraeus has also written in his new manual. But at the same time, in Afghanistan, we have had over 90% of our resources allocated towards military, about 8% towards development.
Stated in a New York Times interview, I don't need any more combat power. I need agriculture experts, I need water engineers, I need doctors, nurses, dentists.
And the other key lacuna was absolute failure to invest in Afghan skills. Practically nothing proportionately has gone into training, whether it's Afghan engineers, lawyers, doctors, teachers, right down to bricklayers, masons, electricians, with the net result that we're spending tens of billions on importing Turkish, Chinese bricklayers, masons, and billions of dollars in technical assistance, because we say the Afghans have no capacity. Well, of course the Afghans have no capacity if we don't invest in training to have that capacity.
Here's the big problem in Afghanistan right now in force development for the ANA and for the police, is infrastructure. If you want to bring soldiers into a volunteer army, you can't have them living in a lean-to. You've got to provide infrastructure. You have to provide barracks, and you have to provide mess halls, and you have to provide ranges. All of that takes time and money. We have had a lot of time. We have not given the Afghanistan mission the money it needs or the focus it needs.
The way that US assistance and assistance from other countries around the world have been deployed has been catastrophic.
You cannot just give a blank check. I mean, this is what we have done for the past 7 years to Pakistan, so there needs to be some checks and balances. We have to, on all levels, involve the Afghans on the state-building process.
On the governance side, I think putting the rule of law and law enforcement central and recognising the Afghans' desire for a legitimate state is absolutely fundamental. It's growing the legitimate economy that's going to tip the balance and change the politics and put the country back on track.
In Afghanistan, you do not have a monolithic insurgency. There are about 5 different groups operating in Afghanistan. Each of them have different structures, different areas from where they operate in. The first group that we have is the Taliban, an organization that enforced draconian measures on the Afghan people. Today, the Taliban are not only a tactical threat, but also a strategic threat because they control particular areas from where they can conduct operations, from where they can engage the population. Number 2, the second group, of course, is Al-Qaeda. It has gone from a group to a network to a movement now. But today they're seeking the fruits of globalization by having a website which is in 5 languages and gets updated every 4 hours. I'm not sure what's the website here of the caucus, if it gets updated every 4 hours, but I doubt it. So they're much more efficient than many organizations, including the Afghan government, the international coalitions. I want to identify the threat first that Afghanistan faces. In particular, why are people joining the anti-government elements? And we recently at our center did a major study, and there were 6 particular factors that were identified in terms of why people are joining these various anti-government elements. The first one was financial factors.
Right now, the average age of death is 43 in the country. People live in terrible poverty.
The second factor is revenge factor. Most of you know Afghanistan is a conservative society. It is a collective society. An individual has various bonds and identities. So when you kill one person, it's not just killing one person. You're taking the goodwill of a particular community and society. Then number 3, there are madrasa factors. 4th is bad governance. 5th, of course, is through tribal relationships. And lastly, of course, is the ideological battleground, which I think we're losing.
Your military leadership understands what we need to adapt to out there. We have a broken national security system in the United States of America. It is antiquated. We have a State Department that has slightly more Foreign Service officers than does an aircraft carrier strike force. I had more people in my brigade at times than the entire Foreign Service officer that the Secretary of State can bring to bear. That's nuts. And you've got a budget that is less than 10% in state, less than 10% of what we have in defense. You've got a Secretary of Defense who says that's nuts. So some brave congressmen and senators have got to get together here and get serious about reforming our national security system. Your soldiers will love you for it, and the United States of America will be safer, and we will be more efficient for it. Thank you.
I think clearly I would address that it was a mistake to leave Afghanistan to go to Iraq, because if we had gotten Afghanistan right, we would not be in this mess that we are in now. But overall, I think Afghans and the international community want a partnership, and I think Afghans are ready for it, and I think we can do it. I think it is possible to win in Afghanistan. It's just, I think we really need to change our approach. Thank you.